أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطامسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلمون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العظيم. करबला में कयामत کوئی کم سخن کے لیے قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے. قبر سنور پہ رو کے بہل نے کہا کیا بتاؤں کہ بھئی یاستوں کیا ہوا. کوفہ و شام میں ہوں پھری بیردار آپ محتاج تھے کفن کے لیے. قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے. قصر زال کبھی قید خانہ کبھی نوک نیزہ کبھی تازیانہ کبھی. کون سی تھی اذیت جو دی نہ گئی. ہر جفا تھی اسیر محل کے لیے. 6 مہینے کی جان اصغر بے زبان ہو گیا کربلا کی زمین میں نہان. سوئے جنگل میں اب جا کے ڈھونڈوں کہاں. ماں تڑپتی ہے اس گل بدن کے لیے. قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے. جب چلے تھے مدینے سے سب ساتھ تھے. اون جعفر تھے اکبر تھے عباس تھے. جا رہی ہوں مدینے کو کوئی نہیں. اب مصیبت فقط ہے بہن کے لیے. بین کرتی تھی یہ بانوئے شاہدین. میں کہیں رہ گئی میرا اصغر کہیں. گود خالی ہے میری سکینہ نہیں. مر گئی قید میں وہ وطن کے لیے. قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے. اپنی بربادیوں کو گوارا کیا. خون میں ڈوبے گلوں کا نظارہ چمن کے لیے کوئی چادر نہ تھی کیسی بے راد تھی ہاتھ ہوتے ہوئے بھی نہ آزاد تھی کتنی مجبور کر دی گئی تھی بہن اپنے بھائی کے دفن و کفن کے لیے قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے نالے غم سے ہلتا ہے چرخے کوہن قبر کا پہ آتی ہے بیوہ دلہن چادر اشک لاتی ہے بہر کفن رن میں تیروں سے چلنی بدن کے لیے زینب دل حزین سہکرن جو محن جب مدینے میں پہنچے گی خاصتاً عمر بھر ہاتھ ملتی رہے گی بہن بھائیاں باس سے صف شکن کے لیے قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے قافلہ جا رہا ہے وطن کے لیے صلوات محمد
تھینک یو جلال. ایک سورہ فاتحہ کی درخواست ہے ارم ممتاز بنت طالب حسین خان. ہم ہمارا اراکین جعفریہ تنویر خان کے غم میں برابر کے شریک ہیں. اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو صبر جمیل عطا فرمائے. کل دن میں 1 بجے ہم مجلس ہو رہی ہے کیونکہ وابی کی برسی کی 10ویں سال کی ان کی 10 سال ہو گئے ان کو وفات کو, تو ان کی برسی مجلس ہے کل دن 1 بجے. وقت پابندی رکھیں کہ قبلہ کو کل جو ہے شام میں کہیں جانا ہے تو وقت پابندی کے ساتھ وہ آئیں گے, تو آپ لوگ بھی شرکت کریں. پروگرام ٹھیک 1 بجے شروع ہو جائے گا. قبلہ جس سے شیخ فیاض جعفر صاحب مجلس سے خطاب فرمائیں گے. بہت بلند صلوات. جعفری اسلامک اسکول کا کوئز ڈے ہے سنڈے کو 2:15 پر. انہوں نے ریکویسٹ کی ہے کہ تمام مومنات اس پروگرام میں شرکت کریں تاکہ بچوں کی اسکول کے بچوں کی حوصلہ افزائی ہو سکے. شکریہ. اور سنڈے کو ہی چیلم کے مجلس ہے, برادر موسیٰ زائدی صاحب ہیں جن کا تعلق اپنا افغانستان سے تھا, تو ان کی مجلس شروع ہو جائے گی ٹھیک 11 o'clock پر. ان کی فیملی نے ریکویسٹ کی آپ سب سے کہ اس مجلس میں شرکت کریں. اب میں ریکویسٹ کروں گا وسیم بھائی سے چھوٹے السلام کے لیے. وسیم بھائی بہت بلند صلوات.
مل کے بآواز بلند صلوات. صرف 4 مصرے ربائی کے اور 1 قصیدے کا شعر اور 1 کا 1 بند اور طالب دعا. اس سے پہلے کہ میں ربائی پڑھوں, جس طرح جسم کو خوراک کی ضرورت ہوتی ہے فوڈ کی, اسی طرح روح کی خوراک آیات قرآنی اور عبادت خدا ہے۔ تو تنویر بھائی کی ہمشیرہ کی روح کے اصحال ثواب کے لیے سارے مل کے ایک دفعہ سورہ فاتحہ۔ بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، الحمدللہ رب العالمین الرحمن الرحیم مالک یوم الدین، ایاک نعبد و ایاک نستعین، اہدنا الصراط المستقیم صراط الذین انعمت علیہم غیر المغضوب علیہم ولا الضالین، اللہم صل علی محمد صلی اللہ مل کے باواز بلند صلوات۔ جو بھی مومنین و مومنات دنیا سے چلا جاتا ہے، لوگ اس کو قبرستان میں دفن کر کے آ جاتے ہیں۔ تو شاعر نے 4 بہت ہی پیارے مصرے رقم کیے ہیں کہ ہمارا عقیدہ، شاعر کہتا ہے، یہ ہے کہ جو مومن ہوتا ہے وہ اس جگہ پہ کبھی بھی نہیں رہتا، تو جاتا کدھر ہے؟ کہ قبر میں ہم اس کے سوا اور کیا لے جائیں گے؟ قبر میں ہم اس کے سوا اور کیا لے جائیں گے؟ نسخہ ناد علی خاک شفا لے جائیں گے۔ نسخہ ناد علی خاک شفا لے جائیں گے۔ اور کچھ لوگ مجھے، میں اپنے پہ ہی رکھتا ہوں، مجھے دفن کر کے آ جائیں گے کسی بھی قبرستان میں، 2 فرشتے آئیں گے اور کربلا لے جائیں گے۔ مل کے باواز بلند صلوات۔ یہ ایام جناب فاطمہ الزہرا سلام اللہ علیہا کی، اللہم صلی علی محمد کی آمد کے ایام چل رہے تھے۔ تو ویسے بھی مرحومہ مغفورہ کی اصحال ثواب کی مجلس ہے، تو ان کے روح کو جو میں یہ قصیدہ پڑھنے لگا ہوں اس کا ثواب پہنچے، تو مل کے باواز بلند صلوات پڑھے۔ میں قصیدہ پیش کروں۔ زہرا نے خوب بیت نبوت سجا دیا، زہرا نے خوب بیت 20 جمادی ثانی آمد حضرت فاطمہ الزہرا سلام اللہ علیہا۔ بہت ہی پیارا شاعر نے قصیدہ رقم کیا۔ زہرا نے خوب بیت نبوت سجا دیا، زہرا نے خوب بیت نبوت سجا دیا، بن کے دنیا کو، بن کے ابیہا دکھا دیا، دنیا کو بن کے ابیہا دکھا دیا۔ محبت بھری صلوات۔ زہرا کو دیکھتے ہی پیغمبر نے یہ کہا، اے میری پیاری بیٹی میں ممنون ہوں تیرا، مجھ پہ جو تانا ابتر کا تو نے مٹا دیا، زہرا نے خوب بیت نبوت سجا دیا۔ محبت بھری صلوات۔ آیا ادھر جو نام ادھر آنکھ تر ہوئی، پانی کو کتنا پیار ہے ابھی حسین سے، صرف ایک کا ایک بند اور طالب دعا سہمی ہوئی کانوں کو چھپا لیتی تھی. عزاداران امام مظلوم کربلا سہمی ہوئی کانوں کو چھپا لیتی تھی جب سکینہ کو مسلمان نظر آتے تھے، اور جب کبھی کروٹ بدلتی تھی تو دکھ جاتے تھے کان. جب تلک زندہ رہی سونے سے گھبراتی رہی. عزاداران امام مظلوم کربلا، میرے مولا امام سجاد سے پوچھا گیا، مولا آپ کو سب سے زیادہ تکلیف کہاں ہوئی؟ میرے مولا امام سجاد تڑپ کے کہتے ہیں شام. پھر پوچھا، کہا شام. زہری مولا کا ماننے والا تڑپ کے رو کے کہتا، مولا شام کو یاد کر کر کے کیوں روتے ہیں؟ کہا کہ اگر صحیح معنوں میں پوچھو تو میری بہن کے غسل کے لیے مسلمانوں نے شام میں مجھے 3 دن کا اکٹھا پانی دیا تھا، اور میرے ساتھ جو مزدورات تھی 3 دن تک پانی نہیں مانگا تھا بلکہ پیاسی رہی تھی. اللہ لعنت اللہ علیہ قوم.
بہت بلند صلوات بھیجیں. Now requesting قبلہ تبرسی صاحب for مجلس چہلم ارم ممتاز بنت طالب حسین خان. بہت بلند صلوات.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه ومتقن خطابه: وما هذه الحياة الدنيا إلا لهو ولعب وإن الدار الآخرة لهي الحيوان. First, inshallah ar-Rahman, we recite Surat Al-Fatiha and Al-Ikhlas for the late Sr.Erum Mumtaz, daughter of Talib Hussein Khan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make her companion of Fatima al-Zahra salawatullahi alayha, companion of Maryam ibnat Imran, inshallah, the companion of Asiya bint Muzahim, inshallah, and the companion of Khadija bint Khuwaylid, inshallah. Inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give the bereaved, inshallah rahman, patience and resolve to endure this adversity, this musibat, especially brother Tanvir. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep him and his family, inshallah rahman, under his constant care, inshallah rahman. And also I heard her daughter, the daughter of the deceased, is here to we inshallah offer our condolences to all of them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they would be, inshallah, as we say, khayru khalafin لخير السلف. They are the khalaf, but there would, inshallah, they would continue the good way of the salaf, inshallah rahman. So let's recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, and before that Surah Al-Fatiha for his soul. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmuddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Now I recited a verse from Quran as a reminder that our attachment to this dunya, to this world, according to the Quran, is lahw and la'ib. But before that, I would like just to remind myself and you, brothers and sisters, you see that how the death is imminent and sudden. The Quran says, فَتَأْتِيهِمْ بَغْتَةً فَتَبْحَتُهُمْ. Sometimes, something will happen and it would be so sudden, and this will astonish people because it is so unexpected. Baghta in Arabic means something will happen unexpectedly. And tabhatuhum, you heard the word of buhtan. Buhtan is actually when someone accusing you of something that you don't expect this will happen to you. That's why it is astonishing. So this is the buhtan. And the Quran also is saying tabhatuhum, that sometimes you see something happening that this will astonish you. And the death is like this. We should know that we cannot take even the life of our loved ones for granted. We don't know when the death will happen. And that's why, brothers and sisters, we have to appreciate what we do have. You have to appreciate your family. You have to appreciate your relatives. You have to appreciate your friends. If you have conflict and dispute with your friends, with your relatives, this is the time that you have to amend, to do islah, as the Quran says, before it is too late. And I was reading a verse from the Quran. It says that in the day of judgment, one thing will happen. One of the days of judgment is called a according to the Quran, Yawmul Hasra. The word of Hasra, Hasra in Arabic means regret and remorse. You see, this is what the Quran says. Muhammad, do warning to this people about the day of Hasrat. وأنذرهم يوم الحسرة إذ قضي الأمر وهم في غفلة وهم لا يؤمنون أن تقول نفس يا حسرة على ما فرطت في جنب الله. That you go to the other world, you go to the barzakh, and you realize your shortcoming in this world. I was able to achieve more. Why I didn't? You know, for myself, every time actually I read this verse of Quran, it is kind of frightening for me that I would say to myself, what if this happening to me? That if I die and this hasrat comes to me, that why I didn't do the things which I was able to do. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, say to people, warn people that do not be among of those who are feeling this remorse, this hasrat in the day of judgment. So how this will happen? That's why actually I was trying to explain this verse of Quran, which is talking about the word of lahaw, that this word is the namad al-hayat dunya, that this word is la'ib, lahaw. i'lamu annama al-hayat ad-dunya la'ibun wa lahaw. La'ib is the game. Why it is the game? Because you know that the game is short, the soccer is 1 hour and a half, 245 minutes. Every game has very short period to play. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this dunya is la'ib, like 1 hour, 2 hours. According to Quran, people when they go to the hereafter, they feel sometimes they lived in this world only for 1 hour. For 1 hour. Illa sa'a. And then Quran says lahaw. What is the meaning of lahaw? Lahaw in Arabic means distraction. Distraction means that you have to do something important, but you are distracted by something less important. Something which will prevent you from your purpose, from what you have to do. You see that when you are driving on the highway, you see that billboard next to the road. They say, this billboard, especially the digital one, is distracting. Even it is only maybe for 5 seconds, this could cause the accident. So this is what the Quran says. Quran says that this dunya, attachment to this dunya is like the lahaw. It is distracting you from what you have to do, from your goal. Because when you look into this dunya as your ultimate goal, you are confused about your goal first, then it is taking you away from your goal. That's why there is the chapter in the Quran is called Surat At-Takathur. What it says, Alhaakum At-Takathur. What is the meaning of takathur? Takathur in Arabic is Nibab al-Mufa'ala. It is coming from the word of kathrat. Kathrat means to increase. But in Babul Mufa'ala, the kasrat is mutual. Increase mutually. It means that you are in this world, your ultimate goal is just to add into your account more money. You want to get more fame, more status, more and more. But it is not only one way, because you think the money also will increase your status. That's why it is takathur. It is mutual increase. You are increasing the money, and the money will increase your status, your power. So this is the transaction of human being with the worldly positions, that he wants to get more, and he is expecting the money, the things would actually increase his power, his status. But this is not the goal, because the Quran says that you are attached to something which is so transient, and your spirit, your ruh, comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is eternal. So the world and everything in this world will not quench your spirit. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will quench your spirit, because this is what the Quran says, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The only satisfaction or real satisfaction is to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your ultimate goal. So this is what the Quran says, that you are so preoccupied to increase the wealth, and you are missing but losing the goal till you reach the cemetery. Hatta zurtumul maqabir. Then the Quran says that, the goal of man in this world is wealth, power. Tafakhurun bainakum, fakhr, boasting, that I am actually better than you. The other person will say, I am better than you. Tafakhur, fakhr. Everyone wants to sell his status to other one. But what the Quran says here, the Quran says that all of this would be nothing. That's why the Quran says the akhirat is the real life, the true life, because it is permanent. Even your children, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that إِنَّمَا أموالكم وأولادكم فتنة. If you put your children as your ultimate goal, then you failed the testing. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested Ibrahim alayhi salam by asking him or ordering him to slaughter his son? Because this is the thing, that if he is going to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the priority or his son, and he passed the testing. He passed the testing. He was ready to offer his son as sacrifice. But this is the fitna. That's why Quran says for Ibrahim, إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْبَلَاءُ الْعَظِيمُ. This was the bala, which would be identical to the fitna. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ. It is fitna because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you if you are considering your wealth your goal or the means to reach akhirat. Many people, they fail. That's why the Quran says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tulhikum amwalakum wala awladakum an dhikrillah. Don't let your wealth, your children, to distract you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. Whoever actually makes the children, the wealth, the priority, the goal, he is the loser. He is khasir. And they said about this verse of Quran, why this verse was revealed, because at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when there was a call to participate in the battlefield, the ladies, the children were coming to the fathers, and they were starting to cry. Please don't go. We don't have anyone here to help us. And they were convincing the fathers to not go to the jihad, to the battlefield with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. But which one was the most important? Being with the children, with the family, or going with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam? Allah says that don't let your children to distract you from the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why this is the fitna. The sacrifice of Ibrahim, it was not meant that Ibrahim to slaughter his son. The message was that when there is the time to offer sacrifice for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your children should not be an obstacle for you. Your wealth should not be an obstacle for you. You have to proceed. And that's why Quran says that we have to be careful not to make this word for ourselves as la'ib, sport, game, or lahaw, distraction, zina, adornment, tafakhurun bainakum, to boast about our ancestors. They said, one of the tafsirs actually about the Al-Hakum al-Takasur hatta zurtum al-Maqabir. These people, the Arab people, they were boasting about their tribes. He said, you see, my tribe is better than your tribe because we have more population. You are 500, we are 800. The party which had less said, no, 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 this counting is not right. We have other people in the cemetery. So let's go to the cemetery and count the dead people, and you see that we have more. That's why Quran said, Alhaakum at-takathur. You were distracted by this, that I have more people, till you went to the cemetery to count your dead people. But this is the reality of life, brothers and sisters. We are in this world to make ourselves, we make our lives. There is a life that we are making in this dunya, that this life would survive in the other world. You have to make your life. You see that the fetus is made in the belly of the mother. This is you, that you have to make your life for the next world. This is what the Allama Tabatabai Rahmatullah says in the book of Al-Mizan, that you are making your life. How you are making your life? You have to plant the seed of the life in Akhirat by your deeds in this world. And your Jannat, your Nar are made by your deeds. Your deeds will make your fire, your hellfire, or your paradise. That's why the Quran says that, that the other world, the reality of this world would be shown to you. كشفنا عنك غطاءك. This is what the Quran says. فبصرك اليوم حديد. The curtain would be going away from your eyes, and you will see the reality with your sharp insight. فبصرك اليوم حديد. So, in order to get the salvation in the world to come, we have to know what is the goal and what is the means. The reason for the loss is that we are confused between the means and the goal, and we put the means as the goal in this world. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that if you do this, then you are khasir. You are in a state of khusran. That's why we have to know what has the merit of attachment. This dunya, the worldly possessions, has no merit of attachment because it is temporary, and our spirits are permanent, and you are not going to sacrifice the permanence for the transient. Something permanent for something transient. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the only way that you are capable to see the right path, then you walk on the right path, is that you are detaching yourself from this dunya. And this detachment is very important. And I was talking about the freedom, and that, nowadays they are celebrating actually the Martin Luther King Day, and he was promoting the equality among the human being. But unfortunately, you see still the actual discrimination exists. Why? Because there is no tazkiyah, there is no soul making. We are not free inside. Freedom of beliefs, very good. But in order to have freedom of belief, first you have to free your spirit from attachment. If your spirit is attached to dunya, even you cannot think rightly. That's why the Quran says that, you have to have ta'aqqul. You have to have the reason. Don't accept the things blindly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about many people that they were following blindly. Inna wajadna aba'ana ala ummatin wa inna ala atharihim muqtadun. That, we see our ancestors, our parents, forefathers, they are doing this, we are following them. This is not right. You see that some people, they accept, oh, this Maulana said this, then we should accept this. No, there is a hadith, it says, don't look that if the statement is authentic or not by the person who said it. No, you have to actually investigate the statement itself. That's the issue, that many people, they are not free. Even when they say the freedom of belief, you see that they don't have freedom in their belief. You have people, they are, because of attachment to dunya, they are a slave. Their spirits are slaves to other people. They act upon the order of other people without questioning if this is right or wrong. There is a story about, at the time of Ottoman, there was an Amir in Lebanon. His name was Amir al-Shahabi. He had a butler, a servant. And this story is showing that how people are slave because of their attachment to dunya. Amir al-Shahabi, he was talking to his butler about bazinjan. Bazinjan is eggplant in Arabic. You know that bazinjan. I don't know what you say. Bazinjan is in Arabic eggplant. Amir said to his butler, I like the bazinjan. So the butler was endorsing what the master is saying. He said, yes, bazinjan is the master food. You can eat the bazinjan grilled or fried. It is the meat without fat. It is the fish without bone. And Sayyid al-Ma'kulat. Bazinjan is Sayyid of Ma'kulat. Then the Amir said, but a few days ago when I ate the bazinjan, I didn't feel good. He just changed his attitude, this guy. He said, oh, la'natullah ala Bazinjan. First he said, barakallah ala Bazinjan. Now he said, la'natullah ala Bazinjan. Said, you know, this Bazinjan has black face. This Bazinjan is the source of bloating. And this Bazinjan is nafakh. This is what he said in the Arabic word. And so you said, few minutes ago you said Bazinjan was barakallah. Now you are saying la'natullah. How come you changed your word? He said, ayyuhal amir, I am your butler, not the butler of Bazinjan. I am your servant, not the servant of Bazinjan. So why this happened? Because his spirit was a slave of power. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him free. That's why Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullah alayhi said, لا تكن عبد غيرك. Don't be a slave of others. فقد جعلك الله حرا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you free. You know, عبد غيرك, don't be a slave of others. It doesn't mean that you are just going through the physical slavery. No. You selling your spirit to other people. You are accepting the things without investigation. This is a slavery. You accepting the words of others without pondering if this is right or wrong. This is a slavery. There is a hadith from Imam al-Sadiq salawatullah alayhi. If you have the walnut in your hand, and you know this is walnut, if the whole world comes to you and say, no, this is not walnut, this is a precious stone, you should not change your mind, because you know this is the walnut. But you see some people, they are so influenced by actually the sayings of others. You know, oh, this is the big man, so maybe he is right. No. Even in the Masail of Fiqhiyya, there is I was reading a book from one of the scholars. He said that even when you go to the Risala, you see in the Risala just giving you the Mas'ala. Don't limit yourself that you know only the mas'ala, you know the jurisprudence in the surface. No, ask for the evidence. You are entitled to ask the marja why your fatwa is this. What is the reason? Based on what evidence you are producing this fatwa. Don't do taqleed blindly. Try to understand why this happened. You know, there is a story that, you know, someone had a dog with him on the leash, and he was walking. I mean, it was a lamb was walking. And some people were trying to, take this lamb from him. And they came up with a plan. They came to him one after another. Oh, we have very nice dog. This is not dog. This is the lamb. The other one said, no, it's a very nice dog you have. The third person said, dog. The fourth person said dog. Then at the end, he believed that this is the dog. He left the lamb, so they took the lamb and made a good dinner for themselves. The same story goes actually like this, that one Maulana, in the past it was maktab. You know, people were going to the school and to the teacher, and at that day the students didn't want to stay in the school, so they said, one of them said to the teacher, Maulana, you feel sick today? So no, I'm good, nothing happened to me. The other person, no Maulana, I feel that you are not good, your face is so pale. He said, no, I'm good, but he had some hesitation that maybe I'm sick. Then all of them, they said, Maulana, you are sick, you are sick. Then he said, okay, you can leave, just go. So this is what the hadith, there is a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that always, you know, see the certainty of your heart. You know, a person came to Rasulullah by the name of Wabisa. Wabisa, he asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is right and what is wrong? How I could know something is right and something is wrong? You know, see, sometimes you are asking what is right and what is wrong, and sometimes you are not able to ask. How I can understand something is right and something is wrong? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Ya Wabisah